Hello, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Welcome to the Digital Marketing Podcast and video series, where we talk about digital marketing tactics and strategies to help grow your business. Today, we're going to talk about insights from Cyber Monday and holiday business development hacks through the Elfster app. So today is Tuesday, and we are looking back at the insights and trends that Adobe, with its new cloud product, has provided some insights behind some of the trends that Americans have demonstrated of what they're interested in buying over the holiday weekend. So I think it's interesting, as Adobe reported, $9.4 billion in online sales, and a record $3 billion of that was done from smartphone devices. I think that it's really interesting that, not only is that $3 billion significant, but it is a huge jump in the fact that Americans trust that you can buy things from your phone on the internet. I mean, we went from this idea of, will people buy things on the internet to yes, people will buy things on the internet. And now we're, moving into from what devices are we going to buy products and services on the internet. And Americans have shown strongly that they don't have a problem, clicking buy now straight from their mobile device. I love the list of the top items that were sold during the holiday weekend from Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Here's the list: Frozen 2 toys, in other words, the second movie of Frozen, toys related to that movie. LOL surprise dolls. And if you have no idea what LOL surprise dolls are, just think about like bobblehead meets Barbie. And that's pretty much what you have in LOL surprise dolls. You have these sort of, larger head with the huge eyeballs, with like Barbie type, body. So that's the LOL surprise dolls. Nerf products. High on the list: Madden 20, Nintendo Switch, Jedi Fallen Order, and Samsung TVs, Amazon's Fire TV, AirPods, and air fryers. So when you boil it down, pretty much Americans love to play indoor and outdoors. They love to consume content, and they love to cook and eat. At the end of the day, that's pretty much what we love. But I think that it's interesting, when you really think about and you understand what's important to your market and you start to make content around it, you become relevant. So it's hacking culture, but if it really comes across as authentic and something that you're having fun with, it can become entertaining, which we love to consume entertaining content. I mean, you could literally like go out and buy some of those, these Nerf guns, right, with the little Nerf pellets, and stage, an ambush of somebody in the office and video record that and put that up. You could have a, Nerf war challenge, with, a company that's next door, or the office that's down the door, or between the departments within your organization, and you could do a video series around that. These are ideas that center around what's happening in culture, and you're just having fun, and you're not trying to sell anything. You're not trying to convince anyone to buy your products. You're just demonstrating that as a brand, you understand what is relevant and what is, popular culture by engaging in these kinds of activities. I mean, you could have, people in your office that love to cook, and you could have air fryer, cooking contests, right? And again, create a video series around that where, every Friday you have, air fryer lunches or what have you. But these are the kinds of ideas that when you understand and you look at these trends and then you say, okay, how does this make sense in a natural way with our people who work behind our brands, right? That is how you help your brand become a persona. That's how you, give a feeling and a tone to what's normally thought of as very institutional, just a logo. It becomes more than that. Now, again, to say that if you don't understand that the term mobile friendly is absolutely critical in 2020, I mean, it's no joke. $3 billion. It's a 46% increase year over year from 2018. Like 46%. That's massive. That's like a huge swing in consumer confidence to say, yes, I'm going to enter my information, my credit card, privacy. Why are we doing that? Well, like I said yesterday on the show, we will sacrifice convenience, or we will sacrifice privacy for convenience 9 times out of 10, right? Now, are there the truthers in the those that are like, no, we're not going to do it. I'm going to get in my car and drive to the store and buy it. Yes, and that's fine. But the fact of the matter is 46% of Americans decided, you know what? I'm okay with it. I don't, time is precious, and I'm just going to get it done from my phone. Another really interesting fact is that buying online and then going to the place and picking it up from a specific area or curbside pickup also increased 43% year over year. It's interesting, if you've been into some of the box stores, especially like Walmart, they've got this gigantic kiosk with these looks like locker bins where you have a key, you put in your, swipe your order, it releases the key, you go, you unlock, and you get your items out, or you pull into the area where the curbside is and they bring the stuff out to you. Again, innovation is less about what you make or sell and more about how you deliver it, right? Again, innovation is less about what you make or sell and more about how you deliver it or how you provide it, the end result of how people get it in their hands or how they consume it. At the end of the day is what true innovation really is about. So those are some really interesting trends. I think the other thing that was interesting from Adobe's information was some of the advertising. So as marketers, we want to know, okay, how much did they spend and what did they spend it on, and how did those numbers look? So paid search, which again, paid search I think really can indicate not just Google search, but anything that you sort of paid for, placed media, if you will, on digital, really drove 24.4% of sales, which is an increase of about 5.2%. Organic search, people just, and again, the difference between, that traffic of paid search versus organic, I think with paid search, it's really intent based. Like, I already know what I want. I want Madden 20. I'm ready to buy. I'm not trying to go figure out if it's the game that's for me. I'm not in the consideration stage. I'm in the purchase stage. I'm ready to go, which is why it represents the largest amount, because during this time period, Black Friday to Cyber Monday, our intent is high. We're not searching. We're not trying to figure it out. We are actively ready to buy. So organic, 18.8%. Which was just about average, no massive increase there. Interesting here is reported that email accounted for 16.8% of sales, which was an increase of 8.9 year over year. So really out of all of the different tools, social media, which I'll talk about in a minute, email was actually the largest percentage increase over all of them, right? When you do it comparatively over last year. Again, it's so important that on your website, you have a strategy, a value added strategy of how you're going to build your first party data, right? Because if you're relying on social media to, really build momentum and build a following and create an audience, that's great. But all of the data belongs on the platform. You don't have the data. I mean, you don't have that person's contact information. You're relying on them coming to you to see you and consume your content. So by collecting that first party data with sign up for, whatever your value add is, whether it's a newsletter, a daily update, exclusive content, whatever that might be that you're delivering via email is great. And this is not spam. And I think that the email systems have gotten better and better of, allowing you to say, this is spam, or yes, I want this, and so when I'm on a website and I put my email address in there and I say, yes, I want this, then when it comes through, I'm going to open the email and I'm going to click on it, if you're providing that value added content. So that's huge. And I think that's some very interesting. Now, social media was reported that it was an increase of 17.5% increase in traffic. Now, they didn't have a quantifiable number when it comes to sales. And this is something that's, I think, very interesting for marketers when it really comes to attribution. How can we attribute that while I was shopping, I went on a website, but I left, and then I got the retargeting pixel, and then that retargeting pixel showed up in my social media feed, and then I clicked on it. Well, if I did that, that was actually paid content, not organic social media content. So I think that some of this, is a little bit fuzzy math, if you will, because there's overlay between that paid search when you think about retargeting through social, as far as that paid content placement. So those were some interesting advertising trends. So that's kind of the insights and trends that we saw through through Black Friday, through Cyber Monday. Now let's talk about the holiday business development hacks with the Elfster app. If you're not familiar with Elfster, you need to go check out Elfster.com. Elfster.com is really a way for you to share the list that you have under the tree, or that you'd like to have under the tree. And it's basically an app that connects with all of the different shopping platforms. I would say the majority of links are connected directly to Amazon. So I think Amazon's got a deal with Elfster. Maybe have to do some research on that. But you can do a search within the Elfster for products, and the directory display that comes, the inventory that pulls over is all Amazon. Now, you can go to some other website. You could go to Best Buy. You could go to, Walmart. You could go to Target. You could go to, whatever, Dick's Sporting Goods, and they have Dick's Sporting Goods and Zappos and some of the other things kind of already baked in their inventory. But you can add a link from anywhere into your list. Now, here's the hack, okay? The hack is this. How many times have you bought a gift for someone that when they got it, they gave you the smile and they're like, thank you so much, that was nice. And then they turned around and they were like, I will never use this. This is so not me. Like, it's completely irrelevant, right? So Elfster eliminates that because it's a list that's generated and submitted one-to-one. Now, here's the business development hack, okay? Send an invitation, and all you create a list, you send an invitation, you put in someone's email, and you say, join Elfster, and let's create a list together. So as a business development tool, I love this idea of getting, all these ideas, because what happens when someone puts in, the things that they're interested in, you get to know a little bit more about the person, right? And as we talked about on yesterday's show, personalization is key in marketing for 2020. And so through Elfster, you're getting an idea of what it is. It could be totally random. You have no idea what it is, but you could really find out about, that person, whether it's a client, whether it's a prospect. And so you could set up separate lists within Elfster and invite people to those different lists, right? And have your clients, you could have your prospects. I mean, we're doing it in our office, right? Just because we're going to do a white Christmas exchange, elephant, exchange, whatever you call that thing, where we're doing a gift exchange. And so we're putting our, things in there. And when I was doing it today, I was like, this is cool. You could totally hack this as a business development tool, right? And it's fun. Going back to Americans, we like to play. So I think Elfster is a really great idea. Now, here's the long-term play on this. So not only do you gather information about what is of interest for the holidays, now you've got some insight into other sort of, anniversary items, anniversary dates, birthdays, other important dates that are related to your client or your prospect. And now you've got this information of what they like. Now, so you put that information in your CRM, you trigger that date ahead of time so that you can order that item. I mean, think about the impact that a business client or a prospect would have when 6 months from now it's their birthday and you deliver them sort of part 2 of Elfster, right? It's like Christmas in July or Christmas in, August or what have you, is you understand, what they like when it comes to their preferences, right? It's the personalization of the business relationship that the Elfster hack allows you. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Michael Wynn. I am the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Hope you've enjoyed today's show. I hope you'll tune in again tomorrow. Have a great day, and we'll check you out next time.